Certainly pleased to be in the position that we're in, to be participating in the College Cup for the second consecutive season. It's never easy. It's certainly a long road to get to this point. Our journey really began on December 14th. We met as a team following our loss to Virginia. That was a tremendous year, 2009, and we were one kick away. But as I met with these guys in the locker room following that loss, the players that were returning all vowed to do whatever it took this year to get back. And the fact that we're in this position is really a credit to them and how hard they've worked, not just during the year, but the entire year, the winter, the spring, the summer, and then certainly the season. They've taken care of business against one of the best schedules in the country and learned lessons. We're battle tested, and I think you're going to see their best this weekend as we try to take care of some unfinished business from last year. You know, there's always a progression, and if you look at the teams that have won championships, it doesn't come out of the blue. Typically, the program is knocking on the door for several years, and last year we certainly knocked on the door, and hopefully this year we kick the door down and get it done. But I think they're still a good team like they were the first time we played them, and we're obviously a good team as well. So comes down to, again, this day, comes down to tomorrow, comes down to this game, and the past game really for our players and in my approach doesn't change whatsoever. And I don't think it makes it any easier, and I don't think it makes it any harder either. I think it is what it is. We got to show up and we got to perform. And at this stage, everybody you play is going to be good. And the margin for error is slim. And it's going to come down to who makes plays and performs individually, collectively over the course of 90 minutes. The team that does that at this stage will win the game.
We're extremely excited to be in Southern California and next to the ocean and in some nice weather, and I think our players are very loose, and this team has performed at a high level when we're loose, and I see that with the guys right now, and so we expect we're going to carry that into Friday's game. And we got exposed for not being a strong enough defensive team, and I think what you'll see going forward is that game was a humiliating experience for us, and when you're humbled like that, if you want to get better, you need to really think about what you didn't do well enough and address it. And our guys have been challenged from that point on, October 19th till now, to be a better, more disciplined, defending team on an individual level, on a team level. And I think what they've realized is we can get the ball back quicker, and we're a pretty dangerous attacking team, and a team that values possession. And so they've all really bought into that defensive concept, and there's a direct correlation on why we're here because of that game right there. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how much we've improved since then, and because we know that they're going to come in with a real determination to win their first national championship for their school, and obviously it's going to be a great game.
Playing Akron is obviously a fun game. Since I've been here, every year they're in the top 5 or top 10, so it's definitely turned into a rivalry that means a lot to them, and it also means a lot to us, and I think the other Big Ten teams.
I think that we have, the right balance of humility and confidence coming into play into a College Cup. I think everyone's very focused. Everyone's going to be at their highest level tomorrow come game time.
Thrilled to be here. Based on what you saw in our journey to get here, it was very close, but we prevailed in the end, and now we have achieved a goal that we set out in the beginning of the season. I'm very excited for our entire team and for our staff, for our university. I'm also excited for our senior class, who have demonstrated tremendous leadership, and now we are in an elite group of 4 teams, 4 quality teams, and looking forward to competing tomorrow with a semifinal game against Louisville.
I think we come into it just like we would any other game. I don't really think you focus on your opponent as they're the big, scary number one. I think it's more so everybody on the team is looking at it as more of an opportunity to kind of further the program, get us through to that next round, and if it happens to be by beating a big opponent, then that's what we'll just have to do, but it's really just about getting on to that next step.
The 3 college cups we played, we always played the number 1 seed. In 2008, 2009, and now. 2008 it was Wake Forest in the semifinal, 2009 it was Akron in the semifinal, and now it's Louisville in the semifinal. But when you look at the parity in soccer and the fact that it's a very low-scoring game, you cannot say when the number 4 team beats the number 1 team that would be an upset. In my opinion, that's not an upset. If we win tomorrow, that's not an upset. And Michigan winning against Maryland on the road is still, to me, not an upset. So that does not come as a surprise that Michigan pulled that one off, because everything is so close and the game is really decided on the plays you make on the day. And in our game, as we know, you can score a goal and then you can also hang on for the longest time, not really looking for the next goal, but just trying to get through on that one goal. We are not necessarily that team. We don't do it that way, but you can do it that way. So in other sports, that's very difficult to do. I mean, in football, you cannot just hang on a field goal and say, okay, now let's just weather the storm. You still have to do so.
Feel so blessed and honored to be a part of college soccer's greatest weekend. We look forward to the matches this weekend. And again, just feel very privileged and honored and excited also to be a part of college soccer's greatest weekend. More than anything else is us just being at our best and taking care of what we can and what we can control, and doing, again, doing what we do well. For us to continue to worry just about the other team and focus on them doesn't always help. So, we're trying to stay tuned into what we do well and focus on that. Well, I think what we do well is when we have the ball is keeping it, being able to possess the ball, and when we don't have it, get it back as soon as possible. And I think those are 2 things that we do pretty well. We're a versatile team. I think we're also balanced, that there's not one person that you can take care of. And deep as well, that we can play some guys off the bench to have an impact in the game. And that's what I give these guys credit for, because they're the first ones, they're the pioneers. They're the ones that have brought the University of Louisville soccer to national recognition. So they will always be looked at as the ones that fought that battle, that when we were 5, 10, and 3, they invested in our dreams and what we expected to happen here. And that wasn't easy to do. We had to convince them and sell them our dream, and I give them a lot of credit for buying into it, and then sowing the seeds that today, we're reaping the harvest.
Having all these players together is really something special, and it's going to be great to see this weekend.